think I've always been service-oriented, but for the majority of my life, it was very local, whether home, family, neighborhood, church, community, those type of things. And so this trip gave me an opportunity to start expanding my view, extending my vision, now that I'm at a point that I can do that. And I learned more about charity and social justice and the interconnection between the two of them and be able to put that into action. And it just really has broadened my horizons, start looking outside of my own little world. Not that that was bad being in it for a while, but now it's time to step out. And it's just really opened my eyes to that and gave me opportunities.
For me, the experience really meant that I had the opportunity to step outside the box and experience West Virginia and the issues that plague that area, and really to kind of increase my awareness on issues that were occurring within our own nation. It's so easy to focus on what's going on outside of our borders that I really wanted a chance to focus on what's going on here.
Favorite part that stands out for me is meeting the people of West Virginia, spending time with them, seeing the love that they have for their state, for each other.
The food drive was such an incredible experience, just feeling like, you know, you're putting these boxes together for people and there's just more and more coming, and you're so frustrated because there's stuff everywhere and you're like trying to get it organized and trying to make things work, but then you just realize how much these people are giving, which is just so incredible for not a huge community to just pour that much food into that food bank.
It was the realization that there are no easy answers. When you're looking at issues of social justice, it's very messy, as they used to say when we learned in community health. It's messy, and something you will do that you think is right for one population or one group will adversely affect another, and it's all so interwoven and intertwined that it can get overwhelming, and yet that makes you stop and realize, am I going to stop and commit myself to this cause for a long time, or am I just going to say, you know, it's too messy, I just can't deal with this, and walk away? Making you stop and think, really, yeah, it's tough and it's going to take some time to work this out. Are you going to do it or not?
One of the challenges of service learning in general, the idea of flexibility. You never really know what you're going to be dealing with when you get there, and we do all this preparation work and we have an idea and an expectation, and it inevitably is going to change. And I think that's just one of the challenges, but also one of the great things of service learning.
So advocacy and activism have always been a very important part of my life, and it's rejuvenated that sense of responsibility that may have been lost in the busyness of nursing school and my life at this point in time. So working with those people, working with the different organizations that were very well established, gave me that sort of energy to carry that on and continue that for the on throughout my life.
I think it's always helpful for anything you do in life to learn how to interact with people and find out what their issues are and what are the best ways of solving them. But at the same time, it's especially helpful for nursing because that's what we should be doing on a daily basis. You know, a patient doesn't just present as a disease, they present as a whole person, and they might have psychological issues going along with it because they're scared about having surgery, and they have 2 kids at home that they can't take care of while they're in the hospital. Like, there's so many different things that tie in, and we need to look at all of them and treat the whole person.
Starting to understand what your community needs. Little things like turning off the light switches, not using so much water, just taking opportunities to even think about the people every day and consider what you did see and the opportunities you have.
I just thought of 3 words: awareness, accountability, and action. Is that it's so important to increase your own awareness, but also to try to educate others to increase theirs, or at least to help them kind of jump on the bandwagon, if you will. And accountability, to realize that even though these problems may exist somewhere else, we're all kind of intermingled and intertwined with this same problem. Their problem is our problems are their problem. And then action, to know that you can take small stands, to know that there are ways that you can make a difference you don't have to be out on the picket lines necessarily. You can do your own thing in even the smallest ways and still have a huge impact on these issues.
It's very important for me that Regis offers this, especially as a nurse, a nursing student. I feel that sometimes we get so caught up with learning just the nursing skills that the service learning opportunities really provide us with the knowledge that as nurses we can make a big difference in the community and with all the different groups of people that we work with.
Go at it with an open mind. Don't have too many expectations, because expectations won't get you anywhere. So just go at it openly and get excited for what you're doing. Know that, you know, the little bit you're doing is helping somebody in some way. You're putting a smile on a kid's face for 5 minutes. You're, you know, talking with a MyHo worker who doesn't get to talk to too many people because they live, you know, way out in the country and they don't get to have that constant interaction. You know, there's just be excited for what you're doing and how you're helping.
Definitely sign up and go. I think that's the first step, is some people don't want to make the sacrifice, and it is so worth it.
Be able to jump into any experience and really embrace every experience that you are given down there. Speak to as many people as you can, help out with as many different opportunities as you can, and never stay idle, and just have an open mind and an open heart.